Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Ritan, and this is a Blue Collar Wine Show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. And there's no better time to spend your wine dollars wisely than Thanksgiving. I'm only going to do one Thanksgiving episode. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible because we got enough to think about with people coming over, dealing with family members, all of that stuff that you deal with at Thanksgiving dinner if you decide to have a big dinner, which a lot of people do. I understand that. It's a good time to get together. People watch football, all that stuff. So, we're going to keep it simple. And I read an article not too long ago, and I agree with it entirely. Don't worry about what wine people tell you should drink at Thanksgiving. Drink what you want. Period. You're not going to enjoy it. Let's say we say Gewürztraminer, Riesling, we're great with Thanksgiving. They do. But what if you don't like Gewürztraminer or Riesling? Then don't drink it. Period. What if you like Cabernet Sauvignon? What if your uncle likes Cabernet Sauvignon? When somebody comes to your house, then bust open a cab for them. Just don't worry about it. The best thing to do is just enjoy the wine that you have. And I am just going to throw out a couple of things. Take it or leave it. There are people out there that want some guidance. They come into the store quite a bit, so I know people do want suggestions on what to have with Thanksgiving. But if you don't feel like taking suggestions, then just do what you want. Because if you like the wine, that's what matters. But we're going to get started with a Sauvignon Blanc. Now, you say, why would you use a Sauvignon Blanc for Thanksgiving? Well, there's a couple reasons. First of all, they have good acidity. You want it to have good acidity. Some don't, of course. So I picked one that does. This is the 2021 Fapiano Sauvignon Blanc, Russian River Valley, California. Russian River's a great spot, one of the cool areas in California. Petaluma Gap affects it. There's a lot of fog in the morning, fog in the afternoon. Helps with these grapes. They need some cooling. Sauvignon Blanc does well. The acid is higher if it has a cooler climate. So that's why it works. Sancerre is so good from France, from the Loire Valley, a little cooler there. Some Sauvignon Blancs from Washington State have some cooler climates. They work good. So Sauvignon Blanc's a great match if it has some acidity. You have to have acidity with food. That's just the way it is. Let's give this a little room. Fapiano, Russian River Valley, Sauvignon Blanc, estate grown. This is a 2021, and I have a fantastic deal going at the store. So for my homies that are watching this is at the store for $12. I think it rolls in usually around $16 to $17, which isn't bad. But the $12 deal is awesome. I like it. I picked up a bunch of this because Scott and I tried it, my assistant Scott, and we loved it. So we're going to review it for you. Kind of definitely hay to golden color there. Let's see what we get on the nose. I'm definitely getting kind of an apple melon thing going on. There's just a little bit of herbaceousness to it. Not grass, different kind of vegetal quality. And I'm even getting a little bit of a lychee nut on this as well. If you've tried lychee nut, it does have a little bit of a fruity quality to it. Not exactly banana, not exactly tangerine, not citrus, but it does have a fruity quality. You should bust out a lychee nut sometime to get a chance. Yes, let's see what we get on the palate. Good acidity, but not over the top. I think this would cut through any of the food that you're having really nicely without getting too acidic. Too acidic is not always good. Nice viscosity, nice mouthfeel in this one. The melon notes come through. You definitely get the lychee nut quality coming through, that kind of fruitiness that comes through there. Not a lot of veggie on the palate at all, which is good because if you're having company over, they may not like that veggie quality. That's sort of a weird wine geeky thing, just saying. even getting a little bit of a mango thing going on. So a little lychee nut, a little mango, a little melon, hair, just kiss of apple, nice mouthfeel, good acidity, nice balance. And then I'm just getting a little shot, just a tiny shot of white pepper on the finish. Great Sauvignon Blanc. I know it's a 2021, but it's developing nicely. You can age white wines. I wouldn't age this one necessarily, but it has another year at least left in it, easily. So I like that kind of white pepper finish on the backside. I like this Sauvignon Blanc a lot. $12 is a great buy. Not sure if you can get it for 12 at your store, but you probably can get it for around 16 bucks. I would imagine some of the bigger chain stores might have this around. Fapiano's a big brand, but I really like this Sauvignon Blanc. I think it would be a great play with Thanksgiving dinner. So just pick your favorite Sauvignon Blanc. The only problem I have with, not even a problem, the only issue maybe with New Zealand Sauv Blanc may be over-the-top grapefruit, but if you like that, then drink it. Like I was saying, just drink what you like. New Zealand Sauv Blanc would work well also. But just pick your favorite Sauvignon Blanc. You can find a lot at a real reasonable price, and it's a great match with the Thanksgiving meal. Now, we just have to do our Pinot Noir. Just saying. Everybody loves Pinot Noir. Not everybody. A majority of people really get into Pinot Noir, and it does work well with the turkey dinner. This is the this 2023 Lapis Luna Pinot Noir, North Coast, California. I like the back. It says, you did not come this far, only to come this far. Whatever that means. This rolls in at $12. Lapis Luna. Good color, a little bit darker. You would expect that from California. Sometimes I like to go to California Pinot Noir just because it's sort of a crowd pleaser. A lot of people like California Pinot Noir. Like I said, if you're having company over, this is, like I said, if you're into Burgundy, then do Burgundy. If you're into Willamette Valley, do Willamette Valley. But I'm just talking about you're having company over, you're pouring a Pinot Noir. It's nice to find a crowd pleaser. Middle of the road, kind of hedging towards fruity. Let's see what we get on the nose. Definitely getting a little cola, root beer, dark cherry. A little bit of earthiness, which I like. Not quite florist floor, kind of just dried earth. Even getting a kiss of licorice on this one. Let's see what we get on the palate. That's a great Pinot Noir. Now, $12, guys, come on. There's only a couple of Pinot Noirs, maybe 3 or 4 that I can find in the store that really represent Pinot Noir in a good way in that price point. That's a ridiculous price point. Just saying it's stupid. You might say, what kind of Pinot Noir can I get for $12? Well, this one has it. It has balanced acidity. Like you said, you need a little bit of acidity. It has dark cherry fruit notes, has a little bit of earthiness underneath. I'm getting a little bit of cola, root beer on the palate as well. I mean, I'm sorry guys, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous Pinot Noir, value in Pinot Noir. Even getting a touch of Asian spice on the finish. I'm sorry, but this is stupid. This is a stupid Pinot Noir in that it is so good for $12. Now, I don't think anybody that's having company, nobody would complain about this. In fact, don't even tell them what you spent on it. They would probably guess between $15 and $20. That's how this Pinot Noir is drinking. And I don't even want to know how they do it. And the cool thing about it is it doesn't taste fake. I don't get any makeup on this, any fake elements to it. There might be, who knows, but I'm not getting it. I think this is a really true to Pinot Noir wine, and I'm liking it. I like the kind of root beer Asian spice on the finish as well. The thing about this, I live in the San Juan Islands, right? This is Friday Harbor, San Juan Island. The dude one of the guys that's involved in this winery lives on Lopez Island, which is one of the islands in San Juan. So that's very cool. Like this Pinot, kind of fresh, not over the top fruit. It has a little bit of California sunshine on it, a little bit of that sunshine love on it, but it is a very balanced Pinot Noir. I think for $12 it's a steal. And I'm not sure if your store carries this, but we have it at the store I work at for $12. Definitely a value Pinot Noir. Now, we're going to, a lot of wine people will recommend Zinfandel. I've in the past said I might be too heavy for Thanksgiving. I do like Zin for Thanksgiving. It's such a cool wine. I'm a big Zin fan, as all of us. But I thought I'd switch over to Primitivo, which is the Italian Zinfandel. Say it's Zinfandel, but from Italy they call it Primitivo. Primitivo, by the way, came, they believe, from Croatia. Landed in Italy, became Primitivo. The Italians brought it over to the U.S. and they called it Zinfandel. And it's really, Zinfandel is a big U.S. wine. This is the 2021 Masso Antico Primitivo from Salento, Italy. This was in at $13. I picked a Primitivo because this is they tend to be just a little bit, have a little more finesse than a Zin from California. This is 14% alcohol, so it's not light in alcohol. But there's some Zins from California, as you know. They can hedge up towards 16% alcohol. So, just to keep all your company from getting tossed, I picked this Masso Antico 2021 Primitivo from Salento, Italy. $12. $13, sorry, $13. So, very dark on color. Almost kind of a chocolatey kind of color. Gotta watch that. Let's see what we get on the nose. Again, I get a little bit of a kind of a root vegetable note on the nose with currants, black raspberry, cherry. Getting a little chocolate on the nose as well. I like that kind of earthy kind of undertone that it has. Definitely old world. Let's see what we get on the palate. I love this Primitivo, I do. Really good dark currant notes. I get a little bit of a kind of a black white pepper spice on the palate, which is really cool. I love spice on my Zinfandel. This has it. It has sweet tannins. It's not a sweet wine, but it definitely hedges towards the fruit forward side, which I think is really cool with any meal that, turkey, all that, the stuffing, all that, yams, all that. This would work really nicely with that. So black currants, long finish, expands on the mid palate, but it has a freshness to it underneath that keeps it from going like huge, like huge fruit. Kind of has that nice balance. Very well integrated acidity. It also has a nice chocolate underbelly. There's chocolate kind of in there, almost like a milk chocolate meets bittersweet chocolate thing going on, which is really cool. I like this one. I like the freshness on the finish. Like I said, not over the top fruit, but again, all three of these are crowd pleasers. I'm picking them because the price is right, the quality is there, and it would appeal to a mass amount of people. I'm talking, these are all 80% or 90% wines. And it's kind of fun to talk about Primitivo, the whole Primitivo Zinfandel thing, the whole Croatian thing. Salento, Italy, Southern Italy, very good Primitivo / Zinfandel for $13. So there you have it. Those are just, keep it simple. Drink whatever you want, but these are just my suggestions. You go from there. You can do a Zinfandel, you can do any Pinot Noir you like. That's really what matters, because you're not going to enjoy the meal if you don't enjoy the wine. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. I appreciate it very much. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel. You'll see what's coming up. In fact, I have a really cool episode I'm going to shoot pretty soon a blind tasting of Zino Mavro from Greece and Nebbiolo from Italy. They're so alike. I want to see in a blind tasting if I can nail it. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.